I'm not sure why Governor Pritzker and Brandon Johnson keep having these press conferences. Like, at the end of the day, the troops got to come. Okay? It's no law and order. Y'all don't care. People calling the police on the south side and the west side. The police are understaffed. Sometimes they take 40 minutes to an hour. Sometimes they don't even come. Okay? Y'all don't care. The violent disruptors, that doesn't make any sense. Y'all stole $158 million in crime prevention. Y'all not getting no more money from this federal government at all. We need forensic audits. We need to see where all our tax dollars going. And let me explain one more thing to you, Governor Pritzker and Brandon Johnson. You work for us. Okay? You work for us. Mr. Billionaire Pritzker, you work for us. You're a public servant. The city of Chicago, the state of Illinois, does not want this sanctuary city anymore. We don't want this to be a sanctuary state. We want our money to go to our residents. We don't want it to go to anybody else but us. No illegals. Y'all don't have no housing for us. I'm unhoused right now. When y'all gonna settle my case? When y'all gonna settle my case? Since y'all always talk about affordable housing, y'all not getting anything. President Trump, bring everybody. The IRS criminal division, DOJ, the feds, every ATF, the UFO, whatever you need to bring to make this city safe and to remove all these illegals out of our city. Okay? We are under attack. They have to go.
So President Trump says the people of Chicago support his plan to send in the National Guard and others, despite city leaders rejecting the idea. Our next guest knows the city's crime crisis all too well. 5 years ago, her daughter, Jaya, was shot and killed while at a convenience store. Naisha Beeman joins us now. Naisha, first off, sorry for your loss, and can you give me your thoughts, first off, on what the president said? If the governor asks, I'd like to help. If he doesn't, it's going to make it difficult. What would you like the governor to do?
I would like the governor to ask for help, because the things that's in place right now is not working. Labor Day weekend was a 77 increase in violence since last year. 72, over 72%, yeah. It was 58 shootings, I think 8 fatalities, and it's not working.
Views, conversations, and opinions expressed on this channel could be subjective or objective and are also for informational, educational, and entertainment purposes only. Here on The Mix, we encourage and implore you to conduct your own research.
Hey everyone, welcome to The Mix. Like this video, share this video. Thank you guys for tuning in to my channel. Yes, as you can see what this video is going to be about based on those clips. Yes, the conversation and saga continues with Chicago, people speaking out, inviting and welcoming the federal government in to help curb crime. However, it's been brought to my attention on the last video via chat. Thank you for your comments in the chat that it seems like the governor and the mayor is insinuating indirectly, allegedly, that they are calling for people to get involved and possibly retaliate towards the federal government once it's boots on the ground in Illinois, in the urban parts of Illinois, and to quote unquote possibly go against the military. And that's insane if that is what the governor and mayor meant. Everybody's interpretation is different, but the words that they were using in their many different press conferences was crazy. So one could believe, or one can interpret, what do you want me to do, Governor, Mayor? Seems like it's an indirect gaslighting, in my opinion. But before I jump into the topic, you guys, and finish with the remainder of the clips, because that story about that lady that I played in the beginning who lost her daughter to GUN violence under Mayor Lightfoot. I want to play the rest of that clip so you can hear her story. But yeah, step down. Like this video, y'all. Yeah, like, share, subscribe. It's free to do that. Hit the notification bell so you will be in tune with all the content I drop on my channel. It's free to sub up, y'all, so do that. And also to join members only. Yes, exclusive content on members only. Don't forget, you guys, I have the cash prize giveaway this month at the end of the month. So stay tuned, stay connected, sub up. If you're interested in donating, hit the Cash App sale or PayPal. It is in the description section of this post. All donations go toward content enhancement creation. Okay, you guys, so yeah, it seems like Chicago plans to retaliate. Now, what that looks like, and when I say plans to retaliate, meaning that in what capacity, I don't know, but you all heard these press conferences the governor of Illinois and the mayor of Chicago has been giving, and it just seems very questionable in my opinion. And is there a crime problem everywhere? Absolutely, but there's more crime in certain areas than others. And if you look at the numbers, Chicago being an urban city, more populated, of course the crime is more. And it's to my understanding too, you guys, that Trump plans on going to 19 states. He has a hit list, and when I say 19 states, meaning that the red states and blue states. So in my opinion, that dispels the, oh, he's just going to Democrat blue states only. No, that is not the case. So, but at any rate, you guys, yeah, stand down, YN, stand down, YB, stand down. Oh, young taxpayers, residents, stand down. Let these political officials beef it out in whatever capacity that may look like. Don't get involved, because what will happen is that they will go back to their crime-free homes and area with their security, and you will have a Fed case or a body. And who's coming to your defense? Don't allow them to use you as a political pawn. So stand down. Stand down, and I say that respectfully. As far as protesting, yes, protest. You have freedom of speech, all of that, peacefully, obviously. But stand down, because it seems like, in my opinion, and based off some of the comments in my last video, it just does seem like that the mayor of Chicago is trying to gaslight people to crash out. So don't be a crash out dummy. Don't do that, y'all. I'm just here to tell you, this is a PSA. Just stand down. Stand down. Because, again, when you're in lockup, or if you out of here because the military ain't gonna play with you, then what? Who's gonna come to your defense? Don't be used as a political pawn. Again, like I said, there is crime everywhere, obviously, or there's crime riddled in some areas more than other areas. So that's that. You guys, like this video, share this video. I have the remainder of the clips I want to share with you guys, because the conversation and saga continues. Don't get in these people's way. Protest respectfully, peacefully. If you're going to do that, use your voice through social media, all of that. But don't sit up here and allow yourself to be used, because who's going to help you? And the citizens and taxpayers, a lot of people, to my understanding, in Chicago, they are for this. And also, too, you guys, it is to my understanding, Brandon Johnson has left the west side of Chicago. Brandon Johnson used to live in the Austin area. Mayor Brandon Johnson, and to my understanding, he lives in a crime-free, not total crime-free, obviously, but he lives in an area now near Chicago. I think it's like a local suburb. We're going to say, it's not Maywood, but we're going to say something like that. And he and his family is living in a area that doesn't have much crime, as opposed to when he was living in the Austin area. So yeah, I heard that was quietly done, Chicagoans, based on from my source. So but yeah, so let me know your thoughts, you guys, down in the chats. Are you for this, Chicagoans? I want to hear from you all. Check out my last video, check out the comments in the chat. It was off the chain. I appreciate you guys. And it does seems like the mayor and the governor is indirectly inciting violence, in my opinion. Maybe that's not what they meant, but it depends on your interpretation. So like, share, subscribe. Don't get in these people's way now. Let these people do what they gonna do. You are a law abiding citizen. You have nothing to worry about. Okay, you guys, here's the remainder of that clip I played in the beginning of, I believe her name is, and my apologies, Naisha. And her daughter was lost to G violence in Chicago under the leadership of Mayor Lori Lightfoot. And my heart goes out to her. No person should experience this in their family. It is to my understanding her kids who are living are in private school. So just think about that. Not only that she's paying for private school education for her kids, she's a tax-paying citizen. So you pay taxes for your kids to go to a good school, because school taxes are a part of your property taxes. But your kids don't go to a good school unless you pay for a private school. Make it make sense. So what are you paying for as far as property taxes? But at any rate, here's the remainder of that clip, you guys. That's a whole nother subject for a whole nother day. My heart goes out to her. My condolences goes out to her. Thank you guys for tuning in to The Mix. Again, people, stand down, protest peacefully, use your voice on social media peacefully, respectfully. If you have to, let these people gang bang. The feds and the local government. Let them do what they gonna do. Don't be a crash out dummy. Here's the remainder of the clip. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.
So they hit us with some stats, and they said this has been the safest summer since the 1960s. 123 homicides, 278 total homicides through August 31st for the year. And it's horrible, but not compared to other past summers. They said it's down 23%. What's your answer to those stats?
I don't feel safer with those stats. We don't feel safer, we scared to sit in our cars. We scared to have our kids walking to school. I don't feel safer with those stats. How often do you see police officers in your neighborhood? I don't. I think we need like beat cops walking the streets instead of just riding past. I don't see cops often, not at all. So could you tell me what happened to your daughter? My daughter was 18, still a child. I know that the law says that she was grown, but she was still a bubbly teenager. She left the Shed Aquarium one afternoon with a friend, went to the neighborhood store, convenience store, to get snacks, and 3 individuals shot blindly in the store, killing her and wounding 4 others. Did you ever find out who the killer was? Well, it was 3 of them. One of them was 15, and he got a slap on the wrist. The other two, they didn't charge, and that's the norm here. You know, you get a 15-year-old to do the dirty work, and he don't get that much time, so he's not going to tell who's involved. So that's how it goes.
What was Jaya like?
She was a kind-hearted, sweet-hearted person, a social butterfly, loved people, loved dancing, loved cupcakes.
You're never going to get over that. You have other children. And after that, you made a move and you said, I'm getting out of the public school system. I'm going to go to private schools. And that's not easy. You said, you told me in the break, it's about $16,000 that you have to come up with to send your kid, while paying taxes for the failing schools, to go into these schools. What does the private school give you that the public didn't?
Safety. Smaller classroom sizes, that the teachers can have more control over the classrooms. And I have a set of twins, so that's $16K per kid,
wow.
not including books and meals. But I respect the teachers, but I have to do what's best for me as a parent.
Right.
Losing a child to gun violence, and then you seeing the violence steady gets worse in the city, and then I have to have a decision. Right. I couldn't send my kids to public schools anymore.
It's easy to sit in the governor's mansion or a mayor's house and say, there is no problem, leave us alone, we got it. Listen to former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot.
This is not about violent crime, and I don't think we should pretend that this manufactured crisis and his attempt to provoke people in Chicago is legitimate exercise of power. It is not. We also know there are red cities in red states that have higher per capita rates of gun violence and other violent crime that we're not hearing coming out of the president's mouth as the places where he really wants to go.
She says, even though she doesn't have the job anymore, she says you don't need the help. How dare you? It's a provocative movement, manufactured crisis. Your thoughts?
Well, my daughter was killed under her leadership. Yes, we have other cities with maybe higher crimes, but we're not looking at the population. So of course they're going to say it's higher crimes compared to their population. So it's kind of, we're not safe here. We don't need, it's like forget the power struggle, let's do what's right for the people, the citizens, it's tax-paying. I'm a tax-paying citizen, and I have to go out to make sure my kid's safe. I have to pay for transportation that gets them back and forth. I was able to take the bus to public transportation to school, but I have to pay for my kid as a driver to make sure they get in and out safely.
That is not the way you should be living. The president offered for help, and all they see is politics, in my view. Naisha, so sorry for your loss, but I think it's really important to hear your story, a real-life story, not a statistic. Thank you very much.
Chicago, which is a disaster. We have a mayor there who's totally incompetent. Chicago's a mess. You have an incompetent mayor, grossly incompetent. And we'll straighten that one out probably next. That'll be our next one after this. And it won't even be tough. I made the statement that next should be Chicago because, as you all know, Chicago's a killing field right now. Everybody knows Chicago is a hellhole right now. They want Trump to come in because they're afraid to go out and they don't want their son or their daughter killed. Well, we're going in. I didn't say when. We're going in. When you lose, look, I have an obligation. This isn't a political thing. I have an obligation. I would love to have Governor Pritzker call me. I'd gain respect for him and say, we do have a problem, and we'd love you to send in the troops because you know what? The people, they have to be protected.